Hey, Coach Leland here of AIGA Performance, the premier sports training facility in Newport News. My wife and I are dedicated to getting athletes into the best possible shape using science, technology, and our 20 plus years of experience in the industry. Every athlete that trains here at AIGA Performance must go an assessment. We collect specific data that measures biomotor attributes like speed, power, agility, quickness, mobility, and stamina. It also gives us a good idea of where they need to be placed within our system. It's an acronym for level 1 being accumulate. An athlete in level 1, they're brand new to training. They have zero experience in the weight room. We like to teach them our terminology. We use our own language here, and also to help them accumulate volume to prepare their tendons and their muscles for future workloads as they progress through the AIGA system. Level 2 is what it's called intensify. So we're taking all the skills that we learned in the level 1 accumulate phase, and we intensify. We increase the intensity by weight, volume, time under tension, and so forth. Then we get into G, which is the graduate phase. Most of these are varsity level, collegiate level athletes that have the physical maturity and they've built the density from the previous 2 phases. And then the last phase is our ascend phase, and those are mainly for our top elite level athletes that are going on to college or into the professional ranks. From there, we place them in each level specific to their skill set to make sure that they're reaching their optimal success and that they're also motivated and incentivized to progress through the system. So we use different technology to capture this data, and we use the MyFoot app, we use the JOCU system, and we use the force plate. The biggest thing that we focus on here is feet. Understanding the structural limitations of the foot is important, and using the MyFoot app allows us to measure that by measuring foot pressure and where an athlete applies force into the ground, and also how the morphology of their toes are changing due to that foot pressure. We also use the JOCU GPS timing system. This timing system allows us to capture key performance indicators that are specific to speed. We measure different distances of acceleration and maximal velocity. We also can measure change of direction. And then the last thing we use is the force plate. The force plate specifically measures their force output, their flight time, their leg stiffness, and it also gives us the reactive strength index. So based off of the data that we collect from the assessment, we create an individualized program to meet them where they're at and to make sure that they're progressing forward and they're getting the results that they came here for. So what an athlete can expect on the first day, we warm up as a group. We start on the ground. We work on our feet, our ankles, helping them develop the intrinsic strength and proprioceptive awareness of how to move the feet, how to activate the feet to create force into the ground. Then we get into all of our correctives, our activation, our mobility exercises. Then we get into our foundational movement patterns, which is understanding how to coil the spine. We focus on innate and natural movement, allowing the spinal engine to create propulsion. We use a lot of different implements, specifically our ropes and our arc trainers. From then we get into our speed session. So we focus on linear speed first, and then we get into our multi-directional drills. So now we're focusing on how to develop hip rotation, disassociation of the hips to create the shin angles and repositioning of the feet, so that way they can understand how to propel themselves into the direction they want to go, whether it's forward, backward, rotational, lateral, side to side. We spend the last portion of the movement session to increase awareness of those skills. When we're done off the floor, then we get into the weight training portion. Each athlete will get their own customized program in their folder. They'll take the folder, they'll have their workout program that they're expected to travel through the weight room and finish and complete within the next 30 to 45 minutes.